Hello, my doves, and welcome to my temple. My name is Jacqueline Sevenstar, and if you've come across this video, then that means that these channeled messages are for you and they found you for a reason. And today, especially, has been specifically charged and with intention to find those that are on the hero's journey, the mystical journey, the followers of the way of return. And you've really crossed a threshold. So if that sounds like that might be about you, go ahead and continue to listen. And for those of you who are just joining me or don't know who I am Jacqueline Sevenstar. I've been a professional tarot reader for over 16 years and communicating with spirit for over 20 and studying the path of the return and ancient mystical traditions the past few years. And I am bringing a lot of that in today. And I know a lot of us are dealing with the Taurus supermoon right now. Is it a supermoon? I don't remember. But if you're anything like me, I always retain a lot of water in my body around a full moon. So I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. But what's so perfect is this reading is about treating ourselves with loving care, compassion, and kindness. And it's going to help us get through this brand new way of being that it may be still kind of new, this new pattern that we've taken on. Okay, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what these messages, the theme of these messages really are. And it is as above, so below, so within, so without. So I'm really talking to somebody who has refined themselves over and over again on the spiral that is life. You're someone who pays attention to the signs. You are an artist, a teacher, a healer. The numbers that I received were 1616. And if you guys know, it's also 16 is the tower, the lightning struck tower in tarot. And to get that twice is lightning hitting twice. And those of you who study Hermeticism know a lot about this double lightning concept. And that is when the divine energy comes down into matter and then when matter connects with spirit. So it's that as above, so below, so within, so without. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this lightning striking twice and the hero's journey. And especially because the people that I have listening here, I know that you're part of this very powerful collective that signed up to do this journey, to journey into darkness, to find the light and bring it back and be a lighthouse for others. If this is news to you, I'm amazed because this is such powerful, beautiful, light-bearing energy. Like you guys are really here to be medicine for the world, and you definitely signed up for this. And when lightning strikes twice, it's not comfortable. It's not a comfortable journey. You journey through the night. You are someone who is deeply sensitive. You have lots of depth. And you're not afraid to confront your shadow. And I'm here to celebrate with you together. You know, I'm your sister, you're my brother and my sister in this journey, to have journeyed through the night and to have refined ourselves with fire over and over again. And we've really crossed a threshold, I've been shown, where celebration is needed. And I think it's still kind of harrowing because what I'm feeling for this collective, you're still maybe facing some challenges or came out of a very challenging time. But I have the beautiful Four of Fire, which that is threshold and doorways, and it's celebration. And then I have the Three of Water, which is also known as the Three of Cups. And that is also threshold and celebration and connection and coming into like community, like recognizing that you've kind of come with this universal love, that there is no separation between anyone really. It's just all an illusion. And that's what the lightning strike does. When what I love about 1616, which is what I was shown, is, if you know Kabbalah and the spheres on the tree of life, 1 is Keter, which is at your crown, and 6 is Tiferet, which is the heart. And what you take the path of return in the mystical journey for is to live from your heart and to co-create with that divine energy and divine union. And what I'm seeing is you've really crossed that threshold. So that's 1616. That's lightning striking twice. And what I've been shown is that when light hits us, it can feel destructive. What the goddess giveth, she can also taketh away. She taketh away to giveth, right? And when light is held in the body, or more light in the body, things in your external environment that are false or cannot bear the structure of this your truth and your authenticity with more of that light in your body, it will fall away, it will burn away, and it will be very uncomfortable. But when that lightning strikes again, suddenly you can hold that light and you learn how to wield it. And that's why a lot of people talk about this journey as the Philosopher's Stone, like turning from lead into gold. It's a 7-stage journey. And I'm seeing lots of 7s here. 3s and 7s have been repeating a lot. So I think it's alluding to that journey, that alchemical journey of being able to be gold in your center. But what does that mean to be gold? Gold basically is one of the most beautiful conductors. It can't hold as high of a charge as silver and copper, but it does not rust and it does not tarnish. And so gold is a beautiful conductor that knows how to wield that energy, and it is everlasting. And so what we're all learning to do on our journey of return is to hold that light and know how to co-create it and wield it and hold our center and hold our balance. And the most powerful way that we can do that, and I've been shown this, is through love, compassion, and kindness, and forgiveness. That's why Jesus is such a large archetype, because it really represents that type of energy that you want to embody to be centered and be in your prosperity and your peaceful, contented life. And the reason I'm going over all of this is because I'm confirming to you that you have been in the double struck lightning tower, and you have withstand it, and you've done the work in order to learn how to wield it right now, to practice the great work, your great alchemical work in union with the divine, which is basically just living a most satisfying, deeply contented life. And so if you're listening to that or to this right now in your life, you're taking those steps in trust and faith and in the dark, that you can do self-honoring choices at every moment without any else's influence on you. It's almost like being a part of the world but not in the world, because sometimes taking self-honoring choices looks risky to those who are not seated in that light and faith. And so it can also make us deeply uncomfortable, because sometimes it feels scary to do self-honoring choices in the world that we live in today. And so my whole point of going through this whole diatribe really is to say you're a hierophant. And a hierophant often is, I don't know if you guys know the Star of David, but that's like the hexagram of light. It is also the number 6, and then number 6 is Tiferet on the tree of life, which is the heart. It's that solar power. So when you have basically ascended and descended, you are a solar child. You have the light of the eternal sun within you, and you can wield it now in co-creation. And so basically now it's just living a life of mastery. It's like, okay, I've got all the mechanics down. I've gone through the labyrinth. Well, how do I embody this on a daily basis? And that's kind of what I'm here to talk to you about, is the movement moving forward now that you've learned how to hold that much light in your body, and to have trust and faith and have those self-honoring choices. And really, honestly, I think we all should take just some time out of our day to celebrate, maybe throw a party with people, like in connection in some way. Because what I'm seeing is like, yes, you've done a lot of the work, and I think the material environment, the material reality is still trying to match your vibrations. So I think there's still some distress and discomfort because things aren't exactly where you would like them to be, but you should already be celebrating because you have seeded the light, you have awakened, you are an enlightened being, you are the Hierophant, which is number 5 in the tarot. You are the alchemist that knows how to transmute any situation. Now it's like, now what? Like, my material environment should start reflecting your new vibration. And oh, I forgot to show you guys. I wanted you to see a new door is opening. So I just wanted to show you, like, the 4 of Wands is about a portal too, and then you have a new door is opening. Also, like, there is a lot of imagery of big cats, owls, and falcons. The only thing that I can think of when I was like putting this all together is just, I'm really just talking to a lot of wisdom keepers of different kinds. Those are about who are about like martial strength and protectors, medicine, men and women and shamans, wise ones. I think I've already said that with the wisdom keepers, practitioners of the craft, manifestation. So I think that's why these animals are popping up, just to say how powerfully awakened this collective is, and what medicine and what teachers all of you guys are, which I think is so cool. But the number one thing that I feel like our guardians really wanted me to convey is how to move with this new energy coming up in the next couple of weeks. And what I think is so beautiful is it's just having trust and faith in yourself. You've to trust in your spiritual practices, and you've confronted the shadow. You have learned how to marry that light and that dark within. I think that's maybe why the 3 is showing up a lot, because there's a light pillar and there's a dark pillar on the tree of life, and you have learned how to hold that tension within. And how do you do that as mystics or light bearers? You embrace the dark, you embrace the shadow with the light, the lightness and your depth, and you're at home with it. And then, of course, the compassion and kindness and love. If you're living as like a solar child, like as the divine son or the divine daughter, like think Christ imagery here, you are full of love and forgiveness and compassion and kindness. And I think what they're trying to tell me right now is that I think there are still challenging circumstances that all of us are still facing. And try and do as much self-love and kindness that you can do for yourself, to kind of help with the change, because there's a lot of growing pains still happening, some resistance that you might be getting still in your reality as the field is trying to adjust to your new vibration. But still celebrate, because I really feel like you're learning how to hold that peace within, that contentedness, where you don't feel like you have to fix something, you don't have to produce, or you're not trying to prove anything. You're just yourself. You're very at home in your body, and that should be really celebrated. And just keep that up. And it's going to feel very spacious at times and very empty. And sometimes you may still feel like, oh, I got to do something. But no, this is this new energy where you're really trusting in your faith and your light, and so that you can really move at your body's natural rhythm. So, the other thing I keep getting, and I think it's just for this collective and this channel, is just to remember to be as loving to yourself as you possibly can, and to romance yourself and your life. On the tree of life, Tifereth is 6, and it's also the heart. and it's ruled by the planet the sun, but it's also known as beauty. So, whatever you can do to feel beauty in your life, give yourself permission to do so as you're moving in this new vibration, and really try to celebrate yourself. Act as if, because I don't even want to say that, because you really have learned how to have peace and safety within, and continue to try and play and bring as much pleasure into your life as you possibly can. I mean, especially because you've traversed the darkness, you've journeyed the darkness, you have been hit by lightning many times, illusions have been broken, disruptions, and now you know how to hold that light so it is for your delight rather than your destruction. So it's been a complete reversal of fortune for you. And I guess it's just a reminder that you're not supposed to be forceful or trying to power through things anymore. It's a very gentle energy. It's new. It's gonna feel a little strange, but keep at it. And also, I think I want to bring it back to the Strength card, which is it's really about that divine feminine energy, about power without force, that you lead with love. And so this is about now leading your life with love, and that if you're not feeling that loving energy, letting it go, or finding ways to bring it back to that love vibration. Like every choice that you have, is this loving to me in my body? Is this something I love to do? Like you're not wasting your energy on anything anymore. And that beautiful compassion that you have for yourself and the compassion for others is such a powerful vibration. This is what it is to be a blessed one, to walk with that gold energy within. And then the field is going to start changing now and responding to you. And I want to talk a little bit about the virus of the prize mindset. So I have definitely fallen victim to this too, because I think a lot of us in that are refining our light and taking this journey to transform and be our highest vibration, we tend to think about what's on the other side of it. And that's totally natural, right? Like we want our abundance and we want our prosperity. And like sometimes I think we have this idea that there's this windfall that's going to happen. And what I've been kind of sitting in contemplation with, and I think that is definitely still possible. Please don't think that it's not, especially holding this vibration that you have. But I think what Spirit was trying to tell me is that it's not about the windfall or the prize. It's more about being. It's about having peace and contentment within, and taking your time and knowing that you are free. And that is the wealth. It's like the ultimate attraction, because you don't need anything to validate you. You're not pressured to make any choices that are not self-honoring. And that is the wealth, that unshakable strength and power to choose as you desire to, as what's in your heart is the wealth. And I think naturally now, when you recognize yourself as value, the field, the universal consciousness is now going to respond to that. And people are going to start recognizing the value that was already there. And then things will start coming into equilibrium for you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is think more about everyday freedoms and simple things, and being able to do what you want to do, and the connections that you have in your life, and the gratitude, and that all of that will naturally fall into place. Because I think what happens is sometimes that prize mindset makes us think that we've got to do something right or fix something in order to bring that prize in that we're due. So I think I just felt that I needed to talk a little bit about that the wealth and the plenty and the good fortune has always been there, and now you recognize it. And the more you're embodying it on a daily basis, now the field is going to start responding and responding, and you'll be in that place. And your material reality will reflect what you desire. It's only a matter of time. So please trust in the process, is what I'm trying to say. And know that you've already won. Like, your enemies, oh, they're pissed because of that peace and contentment and freedom that you've gotten for yourself, and that beautiful, pure heart and gentleness that you have kept despite everything that you've gone through. So I hope those of you that are listening here have an idea of who you are and what you carry, and that you come from a very ancient lineage. And I think that's also why a lot of these animals came, like the falcon, the big cat energy, like tigers and lions, and as well as the owl, is that there's such ancient power here. And I just feel the medicine of this collective, and it gives me goosebumps. So it is just an absolute privilege in order to speak with you and to be among your energy and walk this path with all of you guys. And just a quick reminder, like, the portal's been walked through. It's already been done. You can celebrate. You, even if your materiality hasn't caught up yet, you can celebrate now. So congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I know just how hard the journey is. And I thank you for the privilege of being able to give you these messages. And I will just wrap it up. For those of you who feel called, if you'd like to do a one-on-one reading with me, I do them virtually, and I absolutely adore individual sessions with people. But also, if you want to do pre-recorded videos that I send you, those are a little bit more affordable, and I understand. But I've been doing this for 16 years, and so my price really reflects my expertise. And don't forget the tarot class on November 11th. It's for all levels. I'm so excited about this one. And you can read more about it below. And it is live, or you can follow along the recording later. And it's only $44. So I'm excited. And good luck with the full moon, guys. If you're feeling a little water retention, I'm right there with you. All right. As always, the flame in me walks beside the flame in you, and may you rise in joyful fire.